Let's talk about semiotic literary criticism. Semiotics is all about signs, symbols, and language. The first step in understanding how to apply this criticism is to grasp the three important components of the sign, signifier, and signified. Here are the definitions. The signifier is the word or image. The signified is the meaning or concept to which the signifier refers. The sign is the combination of both the signifier and the signified. Let's look at an example. So for your first step, you can do one of two things. One, look at a particular word, image, or sound in the text, aka the signifier, or two, start with a specific meaning or concept in mind, known as the signified. Personally, I think it's easier to look at a specific word or image first. The word lightsaber from Star Wars would be our signifier. The term lightsaber refers to a weapon of pure plasma emitted from the hilt and suspended in a force containment field, according to Wikipedia, the Star Wars wiki. This meaning or concept behind the Star Wars weapon is called the signified. The combination of both the word lightsaber and the meaning mentioned above is the sign. This three-part concept can also be applied to a more abstract term like fear. The word fear is the signifier. The signified would refer to the concept of a person being afraid of something, the increase in blood pressure, and the flight or fight instinct. Again, the combination is referred to as the sign. What's awesome about this criticism is it can be applied to not only words, but also anything that can have meaning or significance. You can analyze images, representations of concepts, symbols, and icons. For instance, a critic could examine the sign of a box of chocolates or minivan, or they could look at things like architecture, fashion, and music notes. To this point, our examples have only included the denotations or dictionary definitions of signs such as lightsaber or fear. However, it is important in this analysis to also look at the connotations of words, the meaning that is implied or associated with an image or word through its use in culture. The signified of the sign lightsaber could include the theme of power or authority. Here are a few questions you should attempt to answer in your analysis of a sign. What social connotations and implications are attached to a specific sign? Think of various stereotypes and themes that are attached to it. Where do those connotations originate? How does the sign compare to related signs? How has a sign changed over time? How has it been portrayed over the years? What qualities, emotions, and mental images are attached to it? And finally, what social, cultural, and ideological implications are attached to a specific sign? With this in mind, let's try to apply this to a piece of literature, more specifically the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Harry Potter's most famous accessory is his glasses. Now, J.K. Rowling didn't just mention his glasses once in the initial description and then move on. His glasses were frequently mentioned and alluded to throughout the entire series. Obviously, glasses as a term designates an explicit meaning of an aid for those with visual impairments. However, as literary critics, we have to look at what other implicit meanings are expressed through the image of glasses. We need to think of how glasses are represented and regarded throughout history and popular culture. For instance, when I think of glasses, a few things come to mind. These include the image of a nerd or someone who is intelligent. It has also been used in a derogatory way. Many times in movies, a kid who is bullied has glasses and is referred to as four eyes. They also are very easily broken and usually pose a hindrance for the wearer. It seems to bring forth an image of an outsider from the main society. However, we can contrast this with the culture of hipsters today. Some people are actually buying fake glasses with no prescription because they think it makes them look cooler. So let's look at Harry Potter and what the signified could be for the sign of glasses. He's intelligent and different, especially because of his legacy as the boy who lived. In addition, his glasses are broken at the beginning of the series, only held together by a piece of tape. Critics can look into this and deduce that the signified of the sign is Harry's vulnerability as a character, or just the theme of vulnerability in general. Let's go back to the sign of the minivan. For this example, we're going to look at advertisements. Usually, the owners of minivans are depicted as smiling moms and dads turning everyday activities into adventures with the help of their vehicle. Because of this representation, we could conclude that the signified portion of the sign could refer to the theme of familial importance. Major automobile companies may be using this to illustrate how their version of the minivan can have psychological benefits on the owner and his family. Another way to analyze this particular sign is to compare it with other related signs. For instance, what conclusions could we draw from comparing the representation of the minivan to that of the monster truck? So why do we study these signs anyway? Well, our whole world is made up, for lack of a better explanation, things standing for other things. We give meaning to the collection of sounds that come out of our mouth when we talk to each other. We give meanings to the images around us to help us know which bathroom we should go in, or whether or not we can iron something. Signs are our reality, and semiotics aims to analyze those signs around us and in the text we read in order to learn more about human existence. This is just the tip of the iceberg with this theory. Critics can go in depth with looking into how various signs are connected, how signs are created, and how culture uses and manipulates those signs in various ways. Just remember that it is important to look at the underlying meanings of words and images we encounter every day.